which is a blend of chamomile and butterfly pea, helping you with stress and sleep. Are you ready to find out what element we'll be tapping into with this tea? Grab your mat, grab your tea, and let's go find out. In this video, we'll be tapping into the element of water, connecting to the quality of water within us by working on releasing tensions throughout our body in a yin yoga practice, holding poses for a longer period of time. So this is a more restorative practice where we'll be holding our poses for about 2 minutes or 10 breaths each, and releasing all the tension that is in our body, allowing us to feel more fluid, more flow within our body. So whenever you're ready, coming onto your mat, and we are going to get started coming into a supine butterfly pose. So you can grab a pillow if you would like. This helps to kind of ease you into each pose a little bit more. So I want you to find comfort in this practice. I want you to feel relaxed. That is the key of this practice, is to feel super relaxed. And if you don't, see how you can make the pose, make the practice a little bit more relaxed. So bringing the soles of the feet together, knees open out towards the side. You can keep a wide leg butterfly here, creating a diamond shape with your legs. Simply bringing yourself onto your back. Maybe placing your head onto the pillow. Maybe both hands onto the belly, maybe one hand onto the belly, one hand onto the heart, drawing your shoulders down, closing your eyes, and let's just take a moment here to just breathe. Deep inhales and long exhales. Breathing down into the belly here as you inhale, feeling the belly expand. Exhaling, the belly falls. The key to relaxation in this practice is through your breath. So we're just going to start by doing a simple breathing exercise called box breathing. And how that is going to work, I'll guide you through it. You inhale for 4 counts. You hold it at the top of your breath, holding it in for 4 counts. Then you exhale for 4 counts, and you hold it at the bottom of your exhale for 4 counts. And I will guide you through 3 rounds of this. Then you can do it at your own pace, maybe integrating this breath work into your practice as well, using it as a mindfulness practice to keep you present in the present moment. Whenever you're ready, taking a deep breath in here. Exhale, release all the air out. And we're going to start. Inhale for 2, 3, 4. Hold it in for 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4. Hold it out for 2, 3, 4. 2 more rounds. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold it in, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold it out, 2, 3, 4. Last round. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold it in, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. And hold it out for 2, 3, 4. You can continue to count at your own pace, or just come to a normal breathing pattern. Maybe your normal breath now follows that breathing pattern. See if you can try to lengthen and deepen your breath just a little bit more. And just doing a quick body scan to see if there's anywhere in your body where you're holding tension in this pose. And can you let that tension go? Imagine it melting off of you like water. Imagine that there is a waterfall above your head. And the water is just falling, dripping all over your body, washing all the tension away. Good, last deep breath here before we move into our next pose. Slowly opening your eyes. And we're going to use our elbow, bring our knees in together, taking your time here. This might feel intense in the hip, in the groin area. Pushing yourself up into your seat. And we're going to open our knees out wide once again. This time, we're going to go into our butterfly pose. So again, maybe making a big diamond shape with your legs here. So a more relaxed butterfly than maybe you usually do in your typical practice, maybe grabbing a hold of the cushion here. And we're just simply on the exhale going to round into our spine and allow our body to collapse forward. So maybe you use the pillow to prop your head up. Maybe you bring it between your chest. Just see what it feels comfortable for you in this moment. Your hands can be out towards the front, palm facing up. Maybe it feels better for you if you insert it underneath your legs here through this little hole. And from here, just allowing yourself to melt down. In this pose, I like to first wiggle my body around left and right, swaying my head around left and right, just to undo all the kinks in my body in order to allow it to settle into its natural shape. Relaxing your jaw here, and just allow your head to drop closer towards the floor in a way that feels extremely relaxing. Maybe stretching out the back of your neck. If you have your hand onto your feet, maybe you can use your fingers to press into your feet here, just to give yourself a little bit of a massage. That feels nice for you. Slowly bringing yourself back up, rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Neck and head comes up last. Good. Opening your eyes. We're going to move the cushion to the side if you have it with you. And we're just going to come onto our tabletop for now. Let's do one cat-cow here. Inhale, arch your back, open your chest up, getting some movements into our spine. Exhaling to round into the spine. Good. Inhale to return back to center. We're going to bring the cushion into the behind our hips here. So you're going to spread the legs out wide, bring the knees together, and if you have more mobility in your knees here, maybe you can sit right in between your heels. So sinking your hips down onto the mat. If this feels really intense on the knees, you can place a cushion underneath your bum, or you can even grab a block. So just to give you a little bit more space from the mat to your bum here, more space for your knees to just stretch. So you start to feel a stretch in the front side of the thighs, of the legs. If this feels enough for you, you can stay here. If you want to go a little bit further, coming to reclined hero pose, you can walk your palms back. See how this feels. Allow your chest to open. Just allow yourself to relax into this pose. Maybe this is enough for you. If you want to go a little bit further, I'm just going to move myself forward just so I have some space to lay down. You can bring your elbows onto the mat, bringing your forearm onto the mat, and allow your head to relax back. If this feels too much on your neck, you can also bring it up. Just look straight forward, focusing on releasing into the front side of your thighs, hip flexors, your front of your body. And for those of you who want to go even further, maybe bringing yourself to lay on your back. This will feel really intense on the thighs here. Maybe reaching your arms overhead, maybe catching your opposite elbows. And just allow your upper body to sink back down into the mat, closing your eyes. If this feels too much for you, simply come out of the pose slowly. See where your limit is, but don't need to push yourself into injury. As we hold these poses for long periods of time, it is important that you find that place of which you still feel comfortable holding the poses, but you're still challenging yourself, allowing your muscles, your fascia to be released. Always returning to the breath and allowing it to guide you into stillness, into relaxation. If you have your arms overhead, slowly releasing arms by the side. Slowly pushing yourself back up into your seat, using your elbows to push you up. Maybe coming back onto your forearm first, allowing your body to adjust. And then whenever you're ready, pushing back onto the hands. Take a deep breath here. Maybe removing the cushion towards the side. And come into a child's pose. Releasing the forehead down onto the mat, bringing your toes together, knees apart, relaxing your forearm, relaxing your hand onto the mat, and feeling super grounded into this pose. Pushing yourself back up into your tabletop, we're going to move into melting heart pose, or in other words, extended puppy pose, but a more relaxed version of extended puppy. So make sure that you're going to be able to hold this pose for a while. Maybe you need some cushion to support your chest, walking your palms towards the front of the mat here. I'm going to just bring this underneath my chest, and then you're going to sink your chest down closer towards the mat. Maybe your forehead comes to rest. You'll start to feel some tension, some opening in the shoulders. You can relax your arms here. Sending your breath towards the shoulders. Imagine that on the exhale, you're releasing the tension that's been built up over time a little bit more. Asking yourself, what is it that you're carrying on your shoulders that creates this tension? And can you find the space to let it go? All that you carry here, do you need all of it? Or is there any part of this tension that no longer serves you? Pressing into the palm here, push yourself back up and roll forward onto your belly. So coming onto our belly, your elbow is in line with your shoulders, palms spread out onto the mat here, pulling your elbow towards the back of the mat, so pulling your chest forward, coming into Sphinx pose. Pausing here for a moment. Rolling your shoulders down, just relaxing your shoulders. You can keep yourself here, or you can move into seal, extending your arms straight if you want to go for a deeper back bend here. Again, try to find relaxation through the shoulders. If you find that in seal, you feel the compression in your lower back, option to lower back down into Sphinx, into a milder back bend, or you can open your toes out a little bit wider just to create space in the back side of the body. Then lowering down back onto your forearm if you were in seal here, bringing your feet about hips width apart. We're going to go into shoulder pigeon, which is a deep opening for the front sides of the chest, of the shoulders. So bringing your left arm out towards the side, directly same line with your shoulder, or if you want to go for a deeper opener, then you can cactus your arm. See what suits you in this moment. You're going to bring your leg down into the mat, or maybe placing it, and then turn onto the left side. Maybe you bend your right knee and place the right foot behind the left knee. Right hand comes in front of your chest. Relaxing your entire body if possible, and just tuning into the stretching sensation in the front side of the left side of your shoulders. And again, if this feels not enough for you, you can also find a bend in your left arm, cactus that arm, and see if that feels a little bit more intense. If it serves what you're looking for a little bit better. All right, coming back to center. We're gonna switch sides here. So bring yourself back into your forearm and extend your right arm out towards the side, either nice and straight, right hand in line with your right shoulder, or opening it into cactus arm. Bring your right cheek down onto the mat or onto the pillow, left hand beside the left chest, and turn onto the right side of the body. Good, shifting onto the right side here. Maybe the left foot comes behind your right knee. Relaxing here, closing your eyes. Maybe finding a smile, enjoying the stretching sensation. Good, returning back onto your center. Bringing your hands underneath the chest and push back into child's pose for a moment. Resting the forehead onto the mat, relaxing the arm down. And let's open up into a hips just a little, pushing back up into your tabletop. We're gonna step the left foot on the outside of the left hand here. So coming into our lizard lunge, allowing your chest to be pushed forward towards the front, sinking your hips down. If this feels too much for you, you can also bring a cushion or some blocks to give yourself a little bit more space with this elevation. Or if you want to go a little bit deeper, maybe sinking down onto your elbows and hands. Maybe bringing a block in front of you to rest your head on. Relax your left leg and relax your right leg as well. Good, pushing back onto the hands here. We're gonna walk the left foot over towards the right side of the mat. So you can crawl it over, shimmy it over, however you wanna do this, coming into pigeon pose, resting your hip down onto the mat. If you find that your hips are a little bit tight, you can also use the cushion to help support your hip here. Maybe that gives you a little bit more stability. Or you can also use the cushion in front of your chest as you fold forward into your sleeping pigeon. You can stay here if this feels enough for you. Just breathing through the stretching on the left hip here. Or if you want to go a little bit further, walking yourself onto your forearms, maybe resting your head onto the back of the palms, or extending your arms straight. Finding the variation of pigeon that feels nice and juicy for you today. If you feel nothing in this sleeping pigeon, you want to go for a deeper sensation, maybe inserting the left hand underneath the right armpit. Sorry, opposite side. Right hand underneath the left. So twisting towards the side where the knee is in front. Allowing both arms to relax. And bringing yourself out of the pose however way you came in, by pushing yourself back up. We're gonna extend our right leg forward, bring it forward, come sitting onto your bum here. Maybe move the cushion towards the side, setting up for caterpillar, bringing the feet out about mat width apart, nice and wide here. Allow the feet, so maybe shake it out a little. Allow the legs to relax. And from here, we're gonna do similarly what we did with butterfly, just rounding into the spine and allow your body to fall forward. You might start to feel a stretching sensation in the back side of your legs, your hamstrings and your calves. Maybe bringing a cushion here. And just sinking down, allowing your upper body to relax. Maybe the toes fan out towards the side. Maybe taking a moment here to just tune in and connect back to your internal world. Also with your physical body, asking yourself which part of your body is lacking that fluidity, that flow the most. This practice is also a practice of letting go, which is also a practice of finding that flow, as nothing is ever permanent in life. The act of letting go, being able to mold yourself, being able to adapt to whatever comes your way, is a practice of fluidity, of flow. Slowly bringing yourself up. And we'll do the same thing on the other side, sweeping your legs back, coming into tabletop. And we're gonna step our right foot beside our right hand here, maybe walking the left knee slightly back, coming into your lizard lunge here. Take a deep breath and exhale, allow yourself to sink into this pose. Maybe that means staying on your hands, propping yourself up a little bit higher, giving you more space, or coming down into your forearms and your elbows. Wherever you are, finding relaxation there. And coming back to that idea of letting go. Sometimes our inability to let go is because we're holding on to something too tightly, because of the ideas that we have in our head about how we think certain things should be. So maybe in your body you have certain ideas about what your body is or looks like or should be. Maybe ideas that your body is tight and therefore you can't find that fluidity, that mobility. But perhaps that is just a lack of fluidity in the mind, not necessarily in the body itself. So So by releasing in the body, we're also releasing in the mind. It works both ways. By releasing in the mind, we're releasing in the body. Allowing that notion to sink for a moment. Walking yourself back onto your palms if you were on your forearm. And we're going to crawl our right foot over towards the left side of the mat, preparing for our pigeon pose. Again, using the pillow underneath your hips if you need to find those squared hips here. Whenever you're ready, maybe staying onto your hands if this is enough, or start to sink down, coming into your sleeping pigeon. Again, feel free to go into that twisted pigeon if that calls for you in this moment by inserting the left hand underneath the right armpit and bringing the left cheek down. I'm just going to get settled in my sleeping pigeon here. Feeling your hip, your legs supported and grounded onto the mat, onto the earth. And slowly bringing yourself back up, pushing yourself out of the pose, bringing yourself onto your back, slowly grounding your back onto the mat. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Take a couple of deep breaths here as you give yourself a big hug, feeling the shoulders, the back grounded. Your head supported and held. And we're going to open our legs out towards the side, so knees closer towards the side of the body, flexing your feet so that your toes are pointing down towards the mat. Grab a hold into the outside of the foot or outside of the legs, using that bind here to help push your legs down a little bit more. Feeling the weight of the hand, pulling your knee closer towards your armpit, closer towards the mat. And once you have this position here, your stirrup or happy baby, taking a deep breath in and exhale, melting your entire body down. Lower back, middle back, and upper back all relaxed onto the mat. As you find your inner groin, inner thigh area starts to open. The weight of your thighs pressing against your chest. And your jaw, your head, completely relaxed. Good. Slowly releasing the legs down onto the mat. Take a moment to feel the energy running through your entire body. Rolling your shoulders down. Maybe you feel the blood flowing through your legs here. Closing your eyes if you haven't already. And returning to normal breath. In your last pose, corpse pose or shavasana, allowing everything to melt, becoming one with the mat, one with the earth.